Good afternoon. It is a beautiful day here in Morris County, and we are gearing up for the Columbus Day Parade. I'm Dina Deleasa Gonsar with ONNJ, here with our special guest co-host, Mr. Ken Rosato. What an honor.
Nice to be here, Dina, and it's an honor to be with you as well. I love East
you.
Hanover. I live right nearby. I'm only about 10 minutes away from here, so this is sort of my hood.
Oh,
so it's
I
nice
like it.
To be here. And the name is Rosato as well, so
yes.
I kind of like all things Italian, so it works to be part of Columbus Day.
I love that. I still have the Italian roots. I hyphenated my name, Deleasa. So there we go. Oh, who do we have coming down this? This is our first guest down this route. It looks like we have the East Hanover Police with Police Chief Chris Canizzo.
Yes, and the first vehicle in the parade, again, driven by Chris Canizzo of East Hanover Police Department. The department has 34 sworn officers, 4 communication specialists, and 4 civilian clerks.
Let's
all
it.
wave hello.
They start things off real exciting, all the lights, the motorcycles. What a great way to kick things off.
Well, they have to ticket everybody along the way so that they have a clear path.
Yeah. I hope everybody's parked legally.
Make sure you put the quarter in the meter and you'll be okay.
For sure, for sure.
And now we have the Morris County Columbus Day Parade East Hanover Italian American Club coming down, which is, remember, the good folks who put this together.
Yes.
So the East Hanover Italian American Club putting this together, just a wonderful group of people. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out one of their events, you should. It's fun.
Next up, really exciting, we have the Hanover Park High School Color Guard and the high school band. The Hanover Park High School Golden Harnet Marching Band is comprised of 65 musicians and Color Guard members from East Hanover and Florham Park. And the current band leader is Mr. Joe Spina with assistant band leader Adam Rack. I love the football games with the band.
Absolutely.
It always makes it extra exciting.
You know what's amazing is it's hard enough to play those instruments standing still.
I know.
But try playing them while walking.
Exactly.
Not
I
easy.
imagine them running laps with the tuba, you know, that's something.
And they do the whole dance thing.
Yes, yeah.
Too.
Some of them get really
Unreal.
creative, as you see on the Thanksgiving Day Parade with all those elaborate dances and formations.
And we have the local version here at East
Yes,
Hanover.
we do.
So definitely fun. For those who don't know, we'll paint the picture. The town literally comes out for this parade.
Yes.
So people have lined up for about a mile up and down the street on either side. You have
Yes.
people lined up right against the parade route.
And some people are partying, as I said
Yes.
before. We've got balloon arches, step and repeats. They're taking it really serious.
By the way, what you have to inform me. What is a step and repeat?
So you see what's behind us right now? Those fancy, at the events you see on red carpets that have the logos on the back, that is a step and repeat.
See that? You learned
Look at
something
that.
new every. Dina has just instructed me on a step and repeat. We've been talking for a couple of hours, and I kept thinking, what the hell is a step and repeat? Now I know.
Now we have East Hanover Mayor and Council. The Township of East Hanover is led by Mayor Joseph Panillo. And the East Hanover Town Council is made up of Councilwomen Karen Giandoli, Councilman Frank DeMio, Councilman Brian Brokaw, and this year's Parade Man of the Year, Councilman Mike Mattarelli.
And we have the police from Roseland coming
Yes.
down right now. Livio Ciaffi, who is the police director of Roseland, is the Grand Marshal coming down right now. Newark in the house.
We have
Hello,
Newark policemen driving down. Hello. Oh, we got a really neat car coming down here. Is that a T-Bird? Do I have that right? Is that a black T-Bird? I'm not sure.
It is a Ford. I believe it's.
Yes, we have the Grand Marshal of our parade
Livio Ciaffi.
coming down in a really nice black T-Bird.
Or is that a Caddy? Am I wrong? That might be that's a Caddy. No, that's a Chevy. We're all wrong.
Yes, and then we have the Bloomfield police accompanying him as well.
Bloomfield PD. You know, for those who don't know the history of Italian-American migration in New Jersey, so many Italians started out, here's Parsippany coming down, and South Orange. So many Italians settled initially in Newark, or as they would pronounce it, Newark. And then you had Bloomfield Avenue, and as Bloomfield Avenue grew and lengthened, and I have a friend who actually was part of the family that built the street that is Bloomfield
Wow.
Avenue, that as it extended out, Italians kept extending out. So if you trace Bloomfield Avenue,
You could trace the
you
Italians.
go town by town by town, and the Italians literally followed
Wow.
the path of Bloomfield Avenue. They went from Newark to Belleville to Nutley, and on it went to the Caldwells. It goes all the way out. That's where you have all the Italian-American societies throughout this part of New Jersey. Bloomfield Avenue.
Look at that. That's quite the history
I'm going
lesson.
to give a
I
shout
love
out
it.
to Frank, my friend Frank DeTrolio and the DeTrolio family. They were
Yes.
street builders, so they
Really?
built a lot. They built much of Bloomfield Avenue.
That's amazing. And a lot of the good restaurants that we see
The best.
lining Bloomfield Avenue. Oh my goodness.
Listen, I speak as a guy who's from New York State originally. My father had a pizzeria in the White Plains area. New Yorkers love to say they got the best pizza. New Jersey,
Oh.
absolutely. New Jersey followed by Long Island, followed by New York. I'd put it that way.
I agree
New Jersey
with you.
pizza is the best.
I
We've
agree
tried
with
it
you.
all. It's just amazing.
I'm trying to think of my favorite pie. I don't know. Are we allowed to say who we're
why
partial
not?
to live on air? I don't know. I mean, there's so many good spots.
I
There
happen
are
to
so
be,
many-
listen, Forte's.
Yes.
Jack
Yes.
Calandra is a friend of mine. The Calandra family. He's related to the
Yes.
Calandra Bakery, but he has his own separate.
Okay.
He's a cousin, I think. But he has a place in Nutley that's amazing. He had a place in Montclair at one point. A place.
Can't
in
forget about the
Bloomfield.
Star Tavern or
Oh.
the Reservoir Tavern.
Stella.
Yes.
It's just there's so many great pizzerias.
How are we going to make it through this whole broadcast without having a pizza right in front of us?
I'm starving right now.
I know. And of course, from East Hanover, we have right here with us Avellino's Pizzeria, which is also just as amazing.
And one of the best bakeries in the whole region is Sorrento's.
Give me a
Sorrento's
high
Pizza.
five. Give me a high five. I mean,
Absolutely.
yes, thank you. Thank you. And, those are hard to come by these days because unfortunately, a lot of them closing down and whatnot. But Sorrento's still going strong. They have the best cakes, pies, cookies, all your Italian pastries.
And it's
They've
one of
got
those
you.
places that everyone knows what time to show up on a Sunday.
Oh,
And Sorrento's has it down to this well-coordinated
yes. You got the bread
cacophony.
line. You got the bread line.
This way you come in, you get your bread, you leave. They only want the bread, go over here. You got to pick up, you got to go over here. And if you just want to wait in line, go over here.
And you guys might be hearing that music bumping in the background. We've got our first float coming down, and it is glorious. We've got a statue
Livia Cioffi.
of Christopher Columbus there. We have Miss New Jersey.
What a wonderful float.
They're partying on there. We have our Grand Marshal, Livio Cioffi. He's the president of the Columbian Foundation, which is a 501(c) charitable organization founded in 1941 by business and professional men of Italian descent, and their primary objectives are to promote the culture and heritage of Italian ethnicity, to enhance the image of people of the Italian descent, improve the cultural, educational, and economic social welfare. And we just got some candy
I'll
from
take
Mike
it.
Motorelli.
The East
We
Hanover
appreciate
Town
that, sir.
Councilman. He is the man of the year, by the way. And here's Kathy Damiano Lagrevenese, the woman of the year.
She's the woman of the year. Here we go.
And Jimmy Bob. Hey,
We know and
entrepreneurs
love
of
you.
the year,
That's
the
right.
Rafciapi.
Those-
Mr. Rafciapi.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'd like that car, see if
For
you get
the-
some free hot dogs. I don't know.
For those that don't realize, I mean, Jimmy Bub's basically helped invent the Italian hot dog that
yes,
we know.
they
that
did.
Was from,
They
That
did.
was from them. The Italian hot dog, which has the peppers and you get, oh my God.
gotta have
it's
the
such a- onions,
potatoes.
potatoes
Yes,
on a
yes.
big roll. And not a hot dog bun. You can't do it on a
No,
hot dog
no,
bun.
no, no, no. Got to
Gotta be
do it on a
Italian
roll. Got to be Italian roll. Would you put ketchup on that?
You know what? I know. I don't look at me like that.
No,
I
I
like
get it.
ketchup. I like ketchup.
I
but
do
my
too.
neighbors
I
would kill
do.
me.
I know. Everyone's going to come after us after this. But yes, I like the ketchup too.
It's delicious.
It's
Basically, if you've ever had like a chicken giambota or something, it's basically that with a hot dog on a roll.
Yes.
For those who
You're right. You're right.
Right?
I like that comparison. I
That's right.
do.
We're both
I do.
foodies, so
yes.
we get it.
I mean, Rutt's Hut, another one close to my heart. Got to get a Ripper.
There is just you have to be in the right mindset though. Maybe after a couple of cocktails,
Maybe.
have somebody drive you
or
over
maybe
to
you're
Rutt's
just
Hut.
a gavone like me, and it's fine any time of the day.
I put the ga in gavone, okay? By the way, you know what the origins of the word cavone?
Oh no, I know you do though. Give it
I
to
do.
me.
All right. So I originally thought it had to do with the word cave, like a caveman, because
Okay.
I thought it was
Yeah.
cavone.
Yeah.
It's actually from kaifa. Caifone, because Caifa was an island that they would exile prisoners to in Italy.
Oh my goodness.
So if you were exiled, you would end up in Caifa. So a Caifone was a Slav because you were like a prisoner. You'd go to the island of Caifa. That's a Caifone. So when you say Gavon, it's really Caifone, but in American Italian slang, or like from a dialect, you say Gavon. Hey, Gavon.
Oh.
It means you're a Slav from the island of Caifa. You tell them that at your Columbus Day dinner. Inform everybody.
Oh my goodness. So I mean, we need like the Italian American dictionary here.
And when I hear, listen, we could go through dialect and American pronunciation versus Italian. I have my master's in Italian and Spanish for those who don't know, and I can give you the interpretation. So when you hear people say Madonna,
that's another good one.
Madonna, which literally is maiden. It means the mother of God. That's the Virgin Mary is the mother. So when you're saying, oh Madonna, that's saying, oh God, the mother of God, help me, because I'm at that point.
What about manja? Is that
manja
legit?
See, but that's pronounced manja no matter what.
Okay,
it means
that's a legit. And I'm thinking of
and it actually is related to the word manage. Like manage your hunger. That's where it comes.
Manage your
root
hunger, people. Managed. Or in my case, I don't manage it very well. I just keep going.
I used to be at one point nearly 400 pounds in my life. Yes,
no.
I had a gastric bypass. I'm Italian. Although, if anyone ever
deep dark secrets with Mr.
Go.
Ken over here.
I've talked about it on the air a million times, but like years ago, the late great Don DeLuise.
Yeah.
I remember he was in a movie Fatso.
Oh, yes.
Which is a classic.
Yes.
And he was on the Merv Griffin show, which was a talk show years ago. And I remember him talking about how Italians and Italian Americans, there's food and then there's God.
Yes, yeah. They kind of go hand in hand too. I believe that when we get up there, he's going to have a long table and everything, all antipasto.
Of course, Italians believe that that's what's going to be in heaven.
Do. I mean, that's why Sunday dinner is holy. I mean, come on, right?
But it becomes an all-day thing. You go to Mass in the morning. You come together as a family. That the whole structure of society starts with the family.
Yes.
And that you need to have a reset, so that Sunday dinner is the reset. It reminds you that the rest of the week is only nonsense.
Yes.
That the only thing that matters is the family that you have, and family and God are together.
Yes.
It's the same idea.
And it's worth the work it takes to gather them as well.
When you're older and dying, you're not going to remember that Tuesday that you had a busy day at work. It's your family that you will think of. And Here's Matthew Tordo, Lifetime Achievement Award. Good principal, Matthew. You spoke great at the dinner, Matthew. Nice to have you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you. Matthew, you got to go check out the website. He's dressed in his elf on a shelf outfit.
Oh, I love that. It's almost that time, too. Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely. Oh, here's our parade princess.
Oh, we've got our parade princess.
Lexi Falcone.
In a beautiful red Corvette. Look at that,
Lexi.
princess. There we go.
What a cutie.
Oh, my gosh. Coming down the main street in a red Corvette. She's going to remember that forever.
Little red Corvette.
Yes, I know.
The way to go.
Let's see. I hear marching band once again. I think we have the Whippany Park Regional High School Band coming down
So
the
Whippany's
street.
right nearby, right?
Yes. That's where I'm from.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whippany's, now I just learned this. So that is part of East Hanover Township, or Hanover Township,
Hanover
right?
Township.
And we're in East Hanover, which is next to Hanover.
Yes. You have East Hanover, you have Florham Park, you have Whippany Park.
All part of Hanover Township.
Yeah, all part of Hanover Township.
See you in Leinan.
Yeah, this marching band is known as the Pride of Hanover Township and has been a staple at school and community events since Whippany Park opened its doors in 1967. And this year's band coordinator is Carl Sabatino.
Do you know what the people in front with the big stick and the ball on
Yes,
top?
the color guard. But you know what the person carrying the stick specifically is called the verger. Oh my goodness, I did not know that.
It's a stupid little tidbit of information.
No, it's great. It's great.
But it's the verger because it was meant that they could lift it in the air so that people knew to follow them. And that actually comes out of the church.
Oh.
That when they had big processions in churches, the front person had one of those, and that was called the verger.
I mean, that's important parade information there, for sure.
That way everyone could see it and they know what to follow when they're marching.
Look at that. You're a parade professional, my friend.
I try. Comes from being an old man.
No.
I've done a few of these.
And we're glad you have, and we're happy to have you with us today.
Always an honor. Honored, Dina. Absolutely.
Let's see, we've got another float coming down. These floats are impressive.
They are.
They're
And the
really
marchers
cool.
are really good.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all throwing candy, which makes it even better.
Yes.
Not
Now-
like we're going to bribe them to give them good words for candy or anything.
I don't know. You think let's see, we have the Santa Maria coming down here.
Depends on what kind of candy they're throwing.
True. I'll take some M&Ms right now.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'll go for that.
I'll do some Reese's Pieces,
But
thank
look
you.
at all of the
Just
work
saying.
it takes into constructing these floats. So if you can't see it right now, this is the Santa Maria, and it is a full-blown, it says the Italians are coming on the bottom. This is great. To build a ship of this magnitude, absolutely
Beautiful job.
amazing. So this is the East Hanover Italian Club.
The Fidalgo family built that. By the way, do you know how the ships got their names?
Tell me. I want you to tell me.
So the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Santa Maria, we know, right? Holy Mary. That's
Yes,
what it means.
yes.
But it was actually named because the captain of that specific ship was named Mario. So Maria is the feminine of Mario, and what they would do is they would give a nickname for the ship based on the captain or one of the prominent
Okay.
members of the ship. So there were about 25 to 30 people on the Santa Maria, and the captain was Mario. So Santa Maria, Maria the feminine of Mario is why it was named. The Pinto
Okay.
means, or Pinta rather, means painted, and everybody assumed that it was called that because it was at one point the flagship. It was the front ship, and it was
Oh,
painted
wow.
in bright colors, so everyone could see it on the dark seas. And the Nina was named after Nino, who was the captain of that ship.
Oh my goodness.
And his name was Antonino, which means Little Anthony.
Little Anthony, yes.
And Nina
yes.
is the feminine.
Oh,
of
and
that.
look who we've got here. We've got the Columbus Day Parade Queen, Miss Gianna Maria Soletti.
Beautiful lady.
Hi.
Hello, Gianna.
And it's beautiful. She's got this beautiful red dress on.
Wow.
She's waving. She's smiling on this beautiful float.
New Jersey Transit Police coming.
Yes.
Hello, Transit Police.
Oh, and I love these police cars coming down here. They're kind of
More
like
vintage.
those old school.
Now that looks like that's a Chevy.
That's a
The
Chevy.
green one is a
All right.
Chevy.
It's
The
so
blue
cool to
one-
see the different cars that come down.
That's
in
a
the parade.
Dodge. The blue one is a Dodge. But that's a Chevy. That's Chevy Impala. The green is a Chevy Impala, and then this is a Dodge. That was the standard issue police car for about 2 or 3 years at the NYPD. Then you have the
Yes,
Ford.
And these are all part of the Italian American Society's police. They came out in a big way today. All the different police cars.
So Dodge and Plymouth is the same company. So
Okay.
it says Volare, which is actually Plymouth, but Plymouth and Dodge is the same.
Yes.
Was the same company. So these were used for about 2 or 3 years in the early 70s.
Yes, this is the NYPD vintage fleet that
Yep.
we have here today.
They'll be, I'm sure, in the New York Columbus Day Parade tomorrow. And here's
They've
Jersey
got a busy
City.
weekend.
Yes, they do.
We have the Cliffside Park Police Department joining us today, Jersey City Police. Grateful
course,
for all of those who are serving.
We have the police from Italy here as well who are going to
We
be
do.
making their way. Yes.
We do.
They were at the dinner on Friday night, rather.
And you got to go to that dinner.
I did. It was wonderful. Wonderful.
I bet the food was good.
It's always good. It's always good here. Do you think they would
For
give schlocky
sure.
food at the Italian American
Yes,
Foundation?
yes. Oh, we have the cutest little kids coming out of this
Adorable.
car here. I love seeing the families. There's probably many generations represented here. And now we have the East Hanover Volunteer Fire Department.
Under the command of Director John G. Now, in English, it would be Centani. I'm sure it's Centani in Italy.
Centani.
Which stands for what? It means 100 years.
100 years.
Now,
yes.
the funny thing is, when I was in Italy not long ago, and everybody was saying Centani, Centani, of my group, they were saying Centani to salute. And I was told by somebody, we don't say that anymore. I said, what do you mean? He said,
Really?
because so many people live to be 100 today, that to wish
Oh.
somebody 100 years is not a big deal anymore.
Not a big deal anymore.
So they just say salute, which means to health, good health.
Oh. So now we got to wish people 200 years or 150?
Yeah, do it,
What is
Centani.
Yeah.
That's a long time. I don't know if I want to be
Yeah.
200.
We We have the Bureau of Fire Prevention here today with Bureau Chief James Caveza, the Assistant Fire Marshal Chad DiGiorio. Now, how did I do with that?
Beautiful.
Caveza, or we would say Caveza?
Caveza. Perfect. Caveza.
All right.
Caveza. When you have two Z's back to back, it's like a TZ in English.
TZ, right?
Caveza.
I have that like Italian American, like, you know, I didn't get off the boat and I didn't study, so it shows.
All good. I get my name pronounced Rosato.
Rosato.
You can Rosato? No.
Yeah.
My name means pink in Italian.
Oh, okay.
Pink. And it's usually means that someone in my ancestry worked with roses or made wine.
Oh.
Because they would stain their hands pink.
Yes. Oh, I love that
Hence the
background.
name pink.
We've got a very lively East Hanover Fire Department coming down here. I'm sure you can hear them.
I love firefighters
Yes.
and how they are so proud to keep their trucks so
Yes.
clean. That's all they do. The minute they come back from a call, they wash the trucks.
Proud as they should be.
And they always have to be ready to go to the next call, so they can't be, filled with filth. They always have to be clean.
Oh, okay.
So.
Woo! These trucks are beautiful. We've got red and black, red and white, all their lights. It's quite exciting.
When I was a kid, my uncle was a fire captain in
Yes.
my hometown. And the best part was being able to get on the truck and hit the siren.
That's fun.
Memories of my youth.
We have the bucket trucks coming down this way as well, the bucket aerial truck. Oh, did you catch some
Excuse me.
candy? There we go. We got a Three Musketeers.
We'll split.
Score one.
We'll take the candy. We have right next to us somebody with a Rottweiler, and my neighbor had a Rottweiler. If those sirens were going next to his dog, it would be going crazy.
Oh, wow.
What a good dog.
You know, one of the nice things a lot of town fire departments do is they have the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus ride the trucks to get the kids excited before the holidays. Oh, we got some more candy
can't
being
we?
thrown by the East Hanover Fire Department. We got some kids hanging out on the bucket part of the bucket truck. That must be thrilling.
See, now, from their height, they should be able to reach us.
Yes, that's right. Oh, now we have the boats coming down.
Oh, beautiful.
I've never seen that before.
Well, because we do have certainly water rescues.
Yes, water.
You have rivers and tributaries, and that you got to be able to get on the
they
water.
have water
to save
and
people.
marine rescue. You wouldn't think if you're not a shore town.
This part does get flooding.
Yes, that's true. That's
so
true.
they need to be able to, during
Yep.
big storms, sometimes bring out the boats.
I feel like the parades are a great way to showcase all the different services and people working for the town. It must be so exciting for the children who get to ride in the different
Sure.
vehicles,
Hi.
waving their flags, throwing their candy.
Excuse me 1 second. Keep talking.
Yeah, for sure. So here we also have the East Hanover First Aid Squad. Oh, and I got some M&Ms. Ken to the rescue here.
I knew you said you liked M&Ms.
I
and
do.
saw
Well,
them, so.
the chivalry is not dead, ladies and gentlemen. It's alive and well at the Columbus Day
I'm so
Parade
generous,
here.
picking up M&Ms off the ground
I
and
know.
giving them to Dina.
I am
How
honored.
generous.
I am honored. I know. That's
Just-
the true spirit here, right? The true spirit. Oh, and I
look
love
at
this
this.
fire truck. Look
Vintage
at this
fire
from
truck,
Florham
Florham
Park.
Park.
We've got the squad coming down.
Beautiful.
What year do you think this fire truck?
Oh, that's got to be the late 30s, early 40s.
Late 30s. All right.
Back when I was a kid.
Oh, get out of here. No way.
They even have vintage fire extinguishers on the back.
Oh, my goodness. I wonder
Those
if
are
those
from the
still work.
1940s. Probably, because they used
Yeah.
to fill them with, the way those things used to work, they would be filled with water, and they'd have a little vinegar and baking soda, and they would invert it. And when they inverted it, the baking soda mixed with the water formed gas, and that's what pushed the water out.
And I need to know, how do you know that?
Because
what class did you learn that in?
I'm a repository of unnecessary information.
No, I think this is great.
A friend of mine who was another anchor at another TV station other than the one I was at used to say, a TV news anchor is like the professor from Gilligan's Island. We know a little bit about everything, but a lot about nothing.
Oh my goodness, I wouldn't agree. I think you're a wealth of knowledge. And we have our Whippany Fire Department joining us,
Hello,
making its
Whippany.
way down.
Cool public safety first vehicle. Now, I'll give them more praise if we get some good candy.
That's right. The better candy you throw, the more spotlight we shine. Now you're pandering for candy?
I am
pandering for candy? Is that what it's turned into here?
That's what it comes down to.
See, we have the Office of Emergency Management coming down. The deputy coordinators include Maria Bronzino, Health Director Carlo Deleasa, Mark Curcio, Ron Davis, and Chief Stanley Henson.
So CERT, which is Citizen Emergency Response Team, has 75 members, including the Shelter Operations Unit, the Drone Response Unit, and the First Aid CPR Training Unit. So if you need to learn CPR, and we all should know.
This is where you go.
There you go.
That's under the Director Jack Ambrose, Manager Council Member Frank DeMeo, Assistant Manager Dino Sorelli. Oh, and we have a float coming down, but not just a float, a balloon.
That's very cool. That's Scooby-Doo.
That is Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
That balloon is from the post office. It's coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania via Starbound Entertainment. I'm sure all the kids are delighted to see that.
East Hanover Medical Services,
Yes, we
emergency
have the
medical
East Hanover
coming by.
Medical Services.
So these balloons, by the way, these floats, the Scooby-Doo float is a special float because, you know, New York has the floats, the balloons that rise. These are grounded balloons so that they don't have to worry about the wind affecting them.
Oh, okay.
So that was the idea of these being created. But hey, guys, ladies
Very
and gentlemen,
cool.
very fun.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen a balloon live in person like that. I've never been to the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
So the ones in New York, they're not that much bigger, but they always have to worry about the wind and
so
hitting.
They're higher up.
Right. So these are brilliant because they don't have that worry now. Livingston Fire Department, also not too far away. Beautiful town of Livingston.
Yes. Oh, we have a lot of the fire trucks coming up. We have the Newark fire truck coming up behind them.
Now, I told you about the police from Italy. They're on their way.
They're on there. I
there.
can't wait to see that. That's going to be really cool.
They call them Polizia di Stato, which means the state police, but it's sort of, they're selected from real police departments, but as an honor guard, if you will.
Okay.
So they come from different police throughout Italy, and they get sent here
And
for
they're
Columbus
sent.
Day.
They're
and
charged
stuff.
with being
Right.
sent out. That's really
Exactly.
neat.
Newark Fire Department passing us there.
So just to give a little bit of mention, we have the Whippany Fire Department, which is Fire Chief Paul Perello. We have the Florham Park Fire Department with the Fire Chief Paul McGannon. We have the Livingston Fire Department, who's joined us with Fire Chief Chris Mullen. The Roseland Fire Department, Fire Chief Rich Lovelace. So a lot of the fire departments coming out for today's parade, and we are so grateful.
And now we should mention, we saw and mentioned East Hanover First Aid Squad.
Mm-hmm.
They are, like many of the first aid squads in northern New Jersey, many of them are volunteer.
Yep.
And they work based on your donations. And they're
Yes.
always there. So please remember, especially at the holidays, to make a donation to the First Aid Squad. Yeah.
Yeah, here we
got some
have the
candy.
Hanover Park Wrestling Club. They've got the candy. That's right. They've got it.
Where'd they go?
Oh, my God. They're going to try to knock us out with it.
Thank you.
It's all good. Wow.
I love it. I got it.
That's right. You throwing candy is on TV. There we
All
go.
right.
Got some Smarties.
I'm sorry I'm opening up. We're going to split the Smarties.
And then we have the Falcons cheerleaders coming down as well. So we've got all of the town squads
I'm like a
coming
3-year-old
out.
trying to open the Smarties. Here, share the Smarties.
Share the Smarties. You know what? On New Jersey just covered Smarties. I believe they had an anniversary or a National Smarties Day. Hello to the cheerleaders! Woo woo!
Yay! Falcons. All right.
They've all got their bows. They've got their balloons.
I put a Smartie in my mouth.
We just had an event with them recently. We did Cheer for a Cure. Yes, where Florham Park, Hanover Park, and Whippany Park, all the cheerleaders, they come together and do a fundraiser for Cheer for a Cure for breast cancer awareness.
How about accepting the fact that cheerleaders are athletes?
They are. Those lifts and the gymnastics stunts they're doing are something else, and they're starting to learn from a really young age, and they're really excited.
And it is dedication, day in and day out, hours of work to do what they do.
Yes. Now we have the Freedom Brass Dixie coming down playing for us. The Knights of Columbus from East Hanover.
Hello. Well,
and here we go.
Let's see what candy the Knights of Columbus
have. We have the Santa Maria, the Knights of Columbus, East Hanover. Their float, another beautiful ship constructed.
I'm eating all the candy on you here.
You've got
all the Smarties. Unico National. I'm a member of Unico.
Yeah, so my dad is a member of the Unico Montville. We have the Unico Randolph coming down here. The Randolph Unico is a part of the Unico National, a national service organization of Italian Americans that was established in Waterbury, Connecticut. I've got a fact there. I've got a fact.
No, I'm glad you said Connecticut.
Okay.
All right. What state is home to the highest percentage of Italians?
Are you going to tell me Connecticut right now? Stop it.
Wouldn't you say New York or New Jersey?
New York or New Jersey for sure.
Connecticut has almost 17% of their state is Italian.
What am I doing here? No kidding. I love New Jersey.
Now, in terms of raw numbers, New York. Oh,
there go your Smarties.
I lost half my Smarties. New York has the most, followed by New Jersey.
Wow.
And then Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But in terms of percentage,
is that the Italian police there, or no?
Yeah, Polizia di Stato. These are the Italian police. I was busy eating my Smarties. I'm sorry. How you doing?
We have the Bloomfield Fire Department coming on down.
Hey! How are you, man? Want to say hello?
Yeah, lots of friends. Lots of friends here.
I'm Pix 11. What's happening?
How you doing, bud?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I have a candy in my mouth. You live in the area?
I live in Morristown.
I'm right nearby. We'll talk.
Sono Napolitano.
Are you Napolitano for real?
Yeah.
I did not realize
That's what I love about the parades. Got lots of
is why I
friends,
always
lots
love
of family
God bless
around.
you,
You never know who
Let's
you're
get
going to
together
see on the
soon.
street.
Yeah.
It's really
I
exciting.
will send you Facebook messages.
All right, no problem.
God
Here we
bless.
have the Roseland Fire Department.
Right.
Beautiful.
Good to see you, Craig.
Got to
Be
stop
well.
for some
God bless.
pictures.
God bless. He's been on Channel 11 forever.
I love it.
Craig, yeah.
I just said you never know who you're going to meet on the street at these parades.
Well, he's a local. He lives nearby, so that's a good thing.
Love to see it.
Absolutely. But the nice thing about, we were talking about this before, parades is Roseland Fire Department. And here's a Lincoln Continental. That's about
look at the
1970.
color on that.
That's a baby blue Lincoln Continental circa 1973, 1974. Because I remember my neighbors having one.
Oh, my goodness. I feel like when I was younger, my dad had a burgundy, one of something
Great
like this,
cars.
a Lincoln. Yeah, really beautiful.
Corvette.
Look at that. Another little red Corvette.
And it's a Chevy Impala.
Oh, classic, classic. Love to see the classic cars.
Great car. So the nice thing about it, I was saying, parades like this, they give a community a reason to have that Americana. You know, it's just a special thing. Europe doesn't do it like this. People come out for religious events.
Okay.
Like on feast days, religious feast days, people come out and they have the marching of the, of religious, the church and whatnot. We don't do that here. Instead, this is our version of it. It's really more uniquely American than any other country.
Really?
And that's the beauty. Think about it. There really aren't other countries that do this.
That's true.
And so parades are just a special thing for Americans. The word parade
Oh, give it to me. Give it to me.
So the word parata means stopped. That's the
stopped.
past tense. Pare.
And that's kind of what happens. The town
Right.
stops for a moment to come out
And
and
that's exactly it.
marvel at all the different organizations and all the different volunteers and just have that town pride,
That's it.
whether it's just state or local.
And it just gives you a chance to stop, put down the damn phone, and talk with your neighbors.
Yes.
And bring out the kids and
Yes.
just spend time being people instead of electronics.
Yes.
Put down the electronics. Oh, I love it. Our good Irish friends, the pipes and drums from the
We have
Essex
pipes and drums,
Shillelagh.
yes, from Essex,
Essex Shillelagh.
joining us. They're stopping to give us a little performance.
By the way,
It's coming. I got another gem from Ken.
how many of you out there watching are Sicilian?
Watching what?
How many out there are Sicilian?
Oh, Sicilians. All right, I got some Sicilian in me. All right.
Do you know that Sicilians, because they're made up of so many cultures, Sicilians have about a 10 to 15% makeup of Gaelic blood.
Oh.
So the Irish, Scottish, at some point came through Sicily, and they traveled. And they stayed. They liked what they saw, and they stayed.
Yes.
So when you see a lot of the fair-haired, fair-eyed, light-skinned Sicilians, they are probably part Gaelic.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to have our first guest today, and he's the Grand Marshal of the parade. That's who we have sitting with us.
Marciale Grande.
Yes, the
grazie.
Grand Marshal. Welcome, welcome, Mr. Livio Ciaffi. How are you today?
Good, thank you. Beautiful day. for
It is a
occasion.
beautiful day.
Livio, I'm sorry to interrupt. Do people call it Ciaffi?
Ciaffi, yes.
Ci-
They
oh,
can't
okay.
get the CI for Ciaffi. So I get that.
So how does it feel to be the Grand Marshal today?
It feels fantastic. This tradition's been going on for years. I was privy to this parade as a kid growing up in Newark, New Jersey. It was literally right in front of my house on Bloomfield
Here,
Avenue.
wait. Say that again. You were growing up where?
In Newark, New Jersey.
Oh,
We
Newark.
had, we had the conversation that all Italians, it seems, started off in Newark, and then Bloomfield Avenue was the conduit that moved them out of Newark, right?
That
they
is
went
correct.
to Belleville, then Nutley, the Caldwells. They went to Cedar Grove. They went to
He's
Verona.
going to give you a whole history
We made our
lesson.
made our way west.
Yes.
And here we are in East Hanover.
There you go. Beautiful
Great
East Hanover. It's a great, for anyone who's never been here, you must visit.
Yes,
It's
for
a beautiful
sure.
town.
It is a beautiful community.
Morris County.
And what does this parade mean to you today?
This parade means a lot to me. As I said the other night, I'm living the American dream. I was born in Italy. I came here as an infant. Came here with two hard-working parents. My
Yeah.
father was a construction worker. My mother worked in a factory. And I went into grammar school. I couldn't even speak English.
Wow.
Because we came here to the Italian community, and we just grew here. And like I said, I'm living the American dream right now.
But how hard
Right.
did your parents work
Mm-hmm.
to achieve that American dream?
Very hard. It was tough. My father was in the construction business, so in the winter he didn't work. So he had
Yeah.
to go on unemployment. We scraped, we made it happen, we stuck together, and here we are today.
Livio, how big is your family? How many brothers and sisters?
I have two sisters. I'm in the middle. I have an older sister, Raffaella, and a
Oh.
younger sister, Antoinette.
I love it. And so what does this do for the community of East Hanover, having this parade and this show of pride?
This is huge for East Hanover. It's predominantly an Italian neighborhood, which really doesn't exist anymore. But here they keep the tradition going, restaurants, businesses, and it's a great asset to the Italian American community.
And to take us back just a little bit, where in Italy is your family from originally?
I was born in Sarno. It's a little town in Salerno, right by Naples. So we're
So it's about
considered
an hour.
Napolitan.
Not
About an
Napolitano.
hour from Naples. So that would be like being in the New York metropolitan area as we are right now. Sarno is to Naples what we are right now to New York.
Absolutely. Yep. That same distance.
Have you been back to that town?
Last time I was there, it was a while ago, and I've been telling my wife we got to make this trip in 2008. So we're long
There's your lovely
overdue.
wife. I see her right there. She's proud.
Beautiful
She's
wife.
filming. Yes.
Hello.
I love that it's a family
There's a
affair.
senator throwing candy at us.
Oh, yes. We have the Senator
Senator
Anthony
Bucco.
Bucco. And then we have Jack Chittarelli
Hey, our buddy Jack.
coming down. A lot of people out supporting today.
Hey,
It must be a
Jack.
joy to see.
It's a beautiful thing to see, and they're keeping the tradition going. As you know, they try to take it away from us, but it's not going to happen. We're not
It's
going to.
not gonna happen. You heard it right here first.
It's not happening.
And is your whole family here today with you?
My wife, I have my 2 stepdaughters.
Okay.
My son couldn't be here today. My daughter lives out of state. So
Okay.
I'm sure they're just as proud.
yes, they are.
So-
I appreciate that.
Well,
What do you?
thank-
I'm sorry
No,
to
go
step on.
for
I
it.
was going to say, what do you think separates or differentiates Italian Americans from other cultures? What do you think makes us different? What do you think makes us the same? Being a fellow Italian American.
Well, being Italian is it's a combination of things: food, fashion, jewelry. You know, being when I grew up in Newark, we were very diverse there. There were a lot of Hispanics, and we just mingled at that time. You know, you know why? Because we all had the same thing.
Right.
You know, we all came from nothing, and it really didn't matter. But we integrated ourselves for a long time, and it's a lot of my friends, like Newark Police Department was here, Bloomfield, all our roots came up and supported, and it's a beautiful thing. It really
And
is.
how do you instill this with your family? How do you keep them rooted in the culture and make sure that they have the same values as you as they're moving forward?
Well, everything starts with food in Italian.
It does. I love it. Are we doing Sunday dinner? Are we doing Sunday
yes,
dinner?
we're
Yes.
doing Sunday.
There you go. All right. Sauce and meatballs Sunday. All right. You're good. You're good.
we
Stamp
have
of
that.
approval.
So it all starts with food, and then it's built into everything else, religion and
Yes.
traditions, holidays. So we try to keep that going.
Livio, you missed the beginning when Dina was saying that in heaven she pictures that when the gates are open there'll be a buffet.
Antipasto.
forget-
All down the table. Antipasto.
The best speck and
I'll
prosciutto.
definitely take that, and a little espresso too
Right.
for fuel.
Oh yes,
Some
Little
lady
Sambuca.
fingers.
There we go. Yeah. All right, we got it. Me and him. We're gonna be at the table.
We'll be
I'll be
welcoming
there.
everybody.
Yes, for
God
sure.
willing, if I'm allowed to come in.
Yes, you will.
are. You
Absolutely.
are. Thank you so much for joining us, and
Congratulations. Thank you
very much.
congratulations.
I
Enjoy
appreciate
the rest of the
God
day.
bless you and your
Thank you.
family.
God bless
Thank
you both. Thank you.
Wear that proudly.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, what a beautiful day, and God gave us beautiful weather as well. It's just a perfect,
It is. It is a
perfect,
beautiful
sunny,
day. Thank
comfortable
you.
day.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Livio.
again.
So, should I show what I brought, but it's too warm to wear?
Oh yes. Wave that around. Wave that around. Thank you so much.
My stole.
You're still. Well, we said fashion is very important
And
to us
jewelry.
Italians,
You
and
said
jewelry. We got jewels. We've got scarves.
I lost so much weight, my watch is
I
falling
still
off.
don't know why I don't have a pizza right here, but you know.
Not like we're trying to hint to anybody.
Hint, get me a pizza. No, I'm kidding. And I love how we have a lot of the Unicos lining up. We have Livingston's chapter here.
By the way, here's another tidbit.
All right, go for it.
Where does the word pizza come from?
Oh, stop it. Are you serious? See, this is the difference. He's actually got good
I'm a
information.
nut
I
about
just know how to eat. I don't know the meaning. I just put it just keep going.
So the word pizza.
Yes.
Because pizza
Tell me.
originates in southern Italy, in likely
Okay.
Sicily, Naples. Remember,
Okay.
Sicily and Naples were controlled by what country in the 8th century? Greece.
Greece.
That was part of Greece. The word Naples is Neapolis, which means new city in Greece.
New city.
Every
Okay.
city in Sicily is named after a Greek city. Syracuse, Siragusa is Greece. You name the city, basically. They're all Greek names. So, we got a bee coming.
Oh, we got a bee coming in.
So, the pizza comes from the word pita. And so it's a flat dough of bread. And back then, there were no tomatoes. Tomatoes only came to Italy in about the year 1600 to 1700.
Okay.
So back then, a pizza would just have whatever you wanted, vegetables or meat or whatever, and that was pita.
And do you think there are any arguments as to where pizza
Go for it.
originated?
I guarantee
Let's
not.
see. You don't think so?
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Because the food, remember, this is the side thing I do is called the food dude. I've written the book on the history of food, so we got the history. And you're from the Italian State Police?
No.
No.
Senator.
He's a senator.
Senator Bucca.
But
So
you're
we have-
wearing. You just passed.
But in
I'm
support
sorry.
of the yes,
He
we
has
have
the
Senator
Italian State
Bucco with
Police
us. I know you
shirt on.
tricked us with the Italian State. We were
Well,
so
the Italian-
excited
I've spent
about
a lot
that.
of time with the Italian State Police here and in Italy.
But not
Wow.
with handcuffs on.
Not with
All
handcuffs.
right, that's important.
But thank
with
you so much
handcuffs.
for joining us this afternoon, Senator Anthony Bucco. We're delighted
It's great
to
to be
have
here.
you with us. And tell us, what is your favorite part of the parade?
I just seeing all the people out with their being proud of the Italian heritage, waving the Italian flag and the American flag, and just the smiles. I mean,
Yeah.
how can you beat that? It's a
And
gorgeous day.
What does it mean for you to be Italian American?
To me, it's everything, right? I mean, I was raised in an Italian household. My grandparents, great-grandparents immigrated from Italy to here, and they taught us about the traditions and, hard work and food. It's all part of it, especially family.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Family was everything.
Now we have Dance with Danielle. We have to note they're coming down.
Absolutely.
And Danielle Delvesco, she was, I think she was the Entrepreneur of the Year a couple of
Yes.
years back, which is
Correct.
really great. And that's one of the awesome parts of the parade is to see so many different businesses that are homegrown and all of our service members coming down.
They're going to
And
be performing, right?
I think they're going to be performing on the main stage
main
as
stage
well
right
a little
behind
bit
us.
later. Oh, and we have some clowns coming down here, which is always exciting to
You
see.
can't have a parade without the clowns.
Yeah, you can't have a parade without the yes, and we know the song. Go ahead. Opera performance right here. Now, as you see all the different businesses coming down and all of our service members, what do you think this means for Italian Americans in the community?
Well, I think in East Hanover especially, this is a day that everybody waits for every year, and to see their neighbors and the businesses that they support throughout the year, and the businesses that support East Hanover and the surrounding areas. Listen, this is what it's all about. It's something special.
Senator, having family coming here from Italy, when you were elected to public office, were your grandparents still alive at the time, or?
No, they were not.
They were not. But your parents must have been immensely proud. The idea that you
They
were selected.
They were. And actually, my father, who preceded me in the Senate, my father and I worked on the Italian heritage legislation, making it a recognized day in New Jersey, and also requiring it to be taught in school.
Could you do something about stopping the degradation of Christopher Columbus, please, so that the statues don't get torn down? There is a place, listen, indigenous peoples have 5 holidays. They deserve all 5 as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
God bless them. We don't have to pit them against Italians.
We do not. And I said this, at the Randolph School District when they were going to eliminate Columbus Day from their holiday calendar. And I said to them, in their quest for diversity, right, they really ended up causing division.
Right.
And we can't have that here, right? There's a place for everybody. Columbus, if it wasn't for Columbus, we wouldn't be here.
And by the way, those who are going to say, Leif Erikson came to the New World way before, do you know that the whole story about Leif Erikson coming to the New World was based on a map that was found in the 1920s, 1923? That map has now absolutely, by a university in England, has been proven to be a false map because the ink that was used was not invented until 1890. So it was not original. Maybe Leif Erikson did come here 1,000 years before, but there's nothing to prove that. We do know that Columbus was here in 1492. So either way, Columbus did not set foot on the mainland U.S. He went to the Caribbean. Leif Erikson didn't set foot in the mainland U.S. either. He was off the coast. If he did come, he was fishing about 250 miles east of the mainland. So if you want to give it to both, fine. But don't degrade and denigrate Italians.
That history has been part of our fabric forever.
Yes.
And it needs to remain there. You can't erase history. And if we do, then shame on us.
Yes, because the people who do that, listen, today you'll erase my history, tomorrow they'll erase your history.
Correct.
So don't let it happen.
Correct. I agree 100%.
Well, we appreciate that so much, Ken, giving us all of that background. That's super important. And thank you so much, Senator Bucco, for being with us and for being a champion for Italian Americans here in New Jersey.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks,
And now you're
too.
officially a member of the Italian State Police, so I made you that.
Go.
Piacere, Senatore.
It's nice to meet you. Ciao.
And you know what's nice? The senator talked about being, this is fun. Look at these.
Yes.
Look at the go-karts.
I know. Look at these cars.
Love that. The senator talked about being raised in Newark and how diverse it was. And by the way, for those who don't realize, they pronounce it locally, Newark.
Newark. Nur.
That's the local pronunciation. I'm from
Yes.
New Rochelle, for instance, and in New Rochelle, we don't say New Rochelle, we say Nur Rochelle.
New Rochelle.
So we say New Rochelle, they say Newark. I get it. I'm on the same page. He talked about the diversity in Newark, and Newark is a great city for that.
It is.
It is so cool that you have Puerto Ricans and Italians and blacks and everybody. Listen, you're all raised in poverty. You're struggling to make it work, and it didn't matter that your skin was black, white, tan. Who cares? You're Americans, and you lived in Newark, and you just wanted to put food on the table and have your family. And this is a celebration for Italian Americans, just like the great celebrations for all the other ethnicities we have.
True. And we have someone really exciting with us now,
Yes.
the Man of the Year.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
to see you,
Mr. Michael
sir.
Mattarelli, how are you today?
Good, very good.
And what does this mean to you, being Man of the Year?
It's exciting. It was a whole weekend of celebration, which was we had a great dinner. It's an honor. All the people of East Hanover allowed me to do this as
Yes.
serving as their councilman, my 5th term. So thanks to them.
It's a lot of years, a lot of years on the council. I would imagine that the chair basically has the butt prints in there now because no one else can have it. It's your chair.
It is.
Being part of a community that is so profoundly represented by Italians must be a very special thing for you and your family, I would imagine.
So what we do, I mean, we've had dinner every Sunday from the time I was a little baby, and it goes back. You know, we have grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and my kids got to grow up with their great-grandparents on this Sunday tradition. And we do about 800 pounds of tomatoes a year, make tomato sauce.
Love
Gave
to
up the
hear it.
wine.
Love to hear it.
Just made my heart
Speaking
jump
my
a
language,
beat.
I know.
Skip a beat.
We give up the wine because it's just
Too
easier
much.
to go buy it.
Yes.
But tomato sauce is instilled in us. My kids have never had
In your
anything
veins.
out of a jar.
Yeah, I know. I've never opened up a jar of sauce, and people think that's crazy, but it's just that wasn't the easy way to me.
And
The
Jersey
easy way was-
tomatoes? I'm sorry, forgive me.
No, I
didn't mean
mean
to step in.
marinade. Do you call it marinade? Making marinade? That's the
Yes.
Italian-American way of saying it.
It's Jersey tomatoes. There is a special thing about the soil
Yes,
here. It's very
there
iron
is.
rich. I lived briefly on the Nutley-Belleville border, and I love to garden. And I remember when we moved there, the dirt in our yard, I said, it's reddish. What's going on? Why is it so red? My neighbor said, wait till you plant something. And I said, whatever. I planted tomatoes. It was like a forest. I had 500 tomatoes from about 5 plants. I never had so many tomatoes in my life, and they were ginormous and sweet.
There's
There is
definitely
something
some
about New
special
Jersey.
about Jersey tomatoes. And there's something special, too, about the traditions. You're talking about Sunday dinner every week. I know my family does that as well. So how important is this tradition of the Columbus Day Parade to the town, to the county?
It's very important because we grew up on hard work, dedication, family. That's what makes it good, and we got to keep the Italian tradition alive. So that's all I say: hard work, family, number one.
Do you know where in Italy your family comes from?
So we have Naples is one side, Sicily is the other.
So you basically, you're a Sicilian and a regular slice.
yes.
That's the old joke. Thank you very much. I'll be here
I
all
like
day.
that.
Try the veal. But that we were just talking about how Naples down was all controlled by the Greeks at one point in the 8th century. You know about that. Yeah. So tell us more about your family and them coming over.
So I'm 4th generation here. We did visit Italy for the first time. It was my first time, my wife's second time, and we visited Naples. And next year we're going to be going to Sicily to see the other side.
I love that. That is really special. And so if we're going out to eat around here and we're looking for something good, tell me, where are we going?
The go-to?
Yes.
Luigi's.
Luigi's. All right, you heard it here. Luigi's. Thank you so much for joining, and congratulations on such an honor.
Thank you. But I'll give the Godfather shout out.
You go, all right. I mean, I agree with that too. They got
There's
some
the
good shrimp. They
politician.
got good shrimp there.
We don't want to
Yes.
start a war.
Always a good politician. Congratulations
Thank
again.
you so
God
much for
bless.
being with us.
Oh, wow. I love it. And we got more coming down right now as we
We do,
continue.
and we've had some really great people passing by. We just had the other balloon come by with the did you see the little mouse?
Yes.
He was so cute. So much fun. And let's see. We had Giuseppe, the Italian mouse balloon. That was another one from the post office coming from Pittsburgh, PA via Starbound Entertainment.
The Sharpshooters Band of Northern New Jersey coming down right now. Very good band.
Yes. The Sharpshooters Band of Northern New Jersey has been in operation since 1991, and they are a brass marching band that performs at community and fireman parades.
And they're really excellent.
We also had the Motor Corps come through, and they are led by East Hanover resident Chief James Messino, the former East Hanover postmaster Charles Tamburello. The Shriners' work supports the 18 children hospitals and 4 intensive care burn units. Just thought it was important to make special note of that. We have Espositos coming down with their big, huge Mack trucks.
If not for these people with their big trucks and the hard-working, trained people who know how to use them, we'd have no progress in
Yes,
in
Robert Esposito. He is a proud member of the East Hanover Italian American Club.
Thank you.
And then we have Rosato Removals. They're located in East Hanover. They specialize in junk removal, cleanup, demolition, and container services. The company was founded by East Hanover resident and Newark firefighter Angelo Rizzatello.
You know, it's a dirty business, but somebody's got to do it.
I know. And then we have Taselli Disposal, Sarceno Disposal coming down the route. They're beeping their horns, being proud.
I'm amazed at the fact that that is a garbage truck that you could eat off of. It's so clean.
Yeah, that's right. It is beautiful. It is white with the Italian flag on the side of it.
Is that a little Fiat?
We've got a little Fiat, little blue Fiat coming
with a
down.
Polizia flag, Bandiera Polizia. I don't think I could fit in that.
I don't know about that.
I remember the first time I was in Rome.
Okay.
Back in it had to be about 1988, 1987. I remember seeing these Fiats that you could put in your pocket. And they were so tiny. And they were parked in every direction on the street. They don't care about directionality, whatever. This way, left way. So if this was the street, they park perpendicular, whatever, as long as it fit.
We've got Sarceno Disposal from Denville joining us.
Big Mack truck coming down now.
They're the ones making all that noise.
So the Fiat was a DeForest Ravello Fiat that came down from DeForest.
Woo!
So I'm sure they
are loud and proud.
They probably pronounce the name Saraceno, but it's Saraceno in Italian. Saraceno in Parsippany.
Before, we also had the military Jeeps coming down the street, courtesy of the Military Transport Association. Woo! You ever do that to trucks passing by? Give them, come on, give us that. Giving them the sign. Yeah, it's something to see, right?
I'm going to shoot
Everybody
video
get
myself.
Your phones out. Got to do some videoing. Lots of pride today as these trucks all have the Italian flag on them. I don't know if we can compete with that.
No. I figured let them beep because it's no
Just
yelling
let
over
it go. Let it roll.
All right. Saraceno Disposal.
Also, as we were talking to some with our friends, we mentioned Dance with Danielle, who was owned and operated by the 2022 Parade Entrepreneur of the Year. That was Danielle Del Vescovo.
Which means what in Italian? What does Del Vescovo mean in Italian?
You would know.
Vescovo means bishop.
Okay.
So somewhere in the family there was a bishop. So it means son of the bishop. So bishops, there was a time when bishops could be married. That was about 1,000 years ago.
They're still going till the bitter end. Till the bitter end.
Comes from the Latin episcopus, became vescovo in Italian. Del vescovo, of the bishop.
See, you are. You're saying it's all stuff that you don't need to know, but you're a wealth of knowledge. Also, a man after my own heart, making sure your blood sugar stays up, eating that Musketeers.
You didn't see that, did you?
No, I saw nothing. I
love Three Musketeers. I haven't had one in about 10 years.
Well, here we go.
Sorry.
There's no time like the present. No time like the present. Got lots of friends to wave to here on the street.
So what an amazing day this was. How much fun to see the kids coming out, to see all the wonderful floats, and just to see the joy on the faces.
It was really cool. It was a nice way to see all of the people who work so hard
Hi,
being
everybody.
for the town, being showcased, being clapped for, being supportive, and just the pride surrounding it. Different businesses. I mean, what a great way. Even we have a lot of children passing us by right now. What a great way to show them what it means to be a part of a community and to serve.
And really, this is about the next level of family. It starts in the home, all the family together. You talk about Sunday supper,
Yeah,
Sunday
Sunday
gravy,
dinners.
and then this is the extended family. You do your thing at home with your family, then you come out in the community and you extend it. It is so important for towns all over America to do this, to
Yes.
remind us what it is to be an American.
And to be celebrating your Italian-American heritage and everything that it means. Another great way to foster family traditions, community traditions, which is really the fabric, which is really the foundation of everything we're built upon. So we got to keep that going.
I
And today
agree.
was a perfect example of that, and we were really thrilled to have you alongside us.
Thank you, Dina.
Today. You are
It's
a
an honor.
wealth of
It's a pleasure.
information. I know we joked about it a lot, but you gave us so much insight into not only what this holiday means, but what it means to you as an
Mm-hmm.
Italian American. We could see threads of that throughout all of our interviews and all of our conversations.
My family
today.
coming from my mother's family from Emilia-Romagna in the northeast,
Oh.
and my father's family coming from Abruzzo, which is central eastern, just east of Rome. And for Provincia di Chieti, my mother's family from a town called Cattolica, which means Catholic,
Yes.
right on the water near Rimini.
I feel like you're missing your calling. You need to be a professor somewhere teaching an Italian pride, Italian heritage class. I think that would be phenomenal. But
Thank
we
you,
got
Dina.
that with you
But
here
it was an
today.
honor to be here. I would love to do this again with you. And thank you, On New Jersey, ONNJ. For those who don't check out the show, start. Maybe you're checking it out for the first time because you wanted to see the parade. Make sure you watch.
For
On New
sure,
Jersey.
we have the morning show, the New Jersey morning show, happening on Thursday and Friday mornings. We're always good for news updates. And we also are very active in our political community with airing lots of the debates, and just we have everything under the sun
Mm-hmm.
in New Jersey going on our channel, keeping you up to date.
It is one of the so-called FAST TV channels. That's
Yes.
free advertising sponsored television. That's the acronym FAST. And now all the new smart TVs come with the lineup of smart TV
They
channels, the FAST channels. This is the next generation of television, which
It
is
is.
funny because it's like what's old is new again. Television started out as local broadcast, sponsored by local people. Then it went to cable and it went to satellite. Those are now dying out. Guess what it's coming back to? Back to the local. with the local
Exactly. And to be able to
sponsorship.
showcase our Columbus Day Parade here in Morris County is the best of the best as far as local events are concerned. So thank you again for being with us. Thank you so much, Ken Rosato, for joining us for On New Jersey Columbus Day.
And thank you, Dina. Definitely I'll be watching you, and I'll be watching you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.